Is that you?
That was me, I think.
There's your button.
I don't know. I don't know where my plug is either.
Oh, it's there.
Oh,
Oh,
dear.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just a heads up, love. Amanda's after you. She wants to do your nails.
Oh, wow.
Look at these.
You've been dazzled.
I have been dazzled.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at that.
Has she got any appointments left available for today?
No, she's teaching today.
What?
I know.
Oh, I'm going to have to, while she's doing a class, she might be able to do them at the same time.
Absolutely.
One at a time, maybe.
Morning.
Lovely. Morning, everybody.
This is a fabulous show, David, isn't it?
Well,
we're very excited about this, aren't we?
It's something that we've been asked for, well, quite some time now.
For a while
Yeah,
now.
and you've found it already. You've found it. You've been shopping for it. And you know what? It's amazing. We absolutely love this unit. It's basically answered all of our prayers.
It has, but it's an industrial heat press, mug press, isn't it? Which is
It
brilliant.
is,
So
yeah.
you know. And I said to Stephanie, why an industrial one? She said, because sometimes, what do they call that? Plastic. You know what I mean? The plastic coating that goes around something like a craft.
Like a casing or like a wraparound or a skin.
It can crack over time
yeah,
because
it becomes
of the
brittle.
heat.
Yeah, absolutely.
So as a company, we decided to go for an industrial one because
Yes.
we know, I mean, this is just brilliant, isn't
Oh,
it?
it's amazing.
So easy to use as well. This was the first mug yesterday. You
Yeah,
did these two, didn't you,
literally hot
yesterday?
off
Look
the
at
press.
these. How lovely are these? And don't forget, we also do the tea towels as well.
We do.
So you could have matching mugs with your tea towels.
Absolutely.
Couldn't
There's
you?
so much to look forward to
Cool,
on this
isn't
show. We've got the brand new press. You can see, of course, the details on your screen for it. We're going to go into all the details on how to use it, a demo for you. There is, I mean, it's very exciting. In our sublimation journey, just continues to grow, okay?
It does.
So for all of you out there that either bought the pre-printed sublimation papers, which we launched only a couple of weeks ago, you can use those with this.
Yes.
Yeah, so your pre-printed papers.
You have to go about
Also,
that. Ooh,
if you did...
juggler.
Oh, dearie me.
Pauline P.
Pauline
bought
P?
hers at 5 a.m. this morning.
Really?
Well done, Pauline.
Wow, oh my goodness.
Good for you. That's
Congratulations.
fabulous. Love that. Right, David. So let's talk.
Shall I quickly introduce
Let's do
them?
the housekeeping
Let's do the housekeeping.
first,
Right,
and then we can
okay.
get stuck in.
So, before we get stuck into it, because I got into a show 15 minutes of the day and then realised I'd not told them how to shop.
I did too.
And I was
I
like,
did
oh, I'm
too.
sorry, I got
I
carried
know.
away. It's just, which actually was quite good because lots of you had joined by then, so it was actually a good time to do it.
Yes.
But we can always recap it during the show. But for any of you that haven't joined us before, good morning. It's
Morning.
wonderful to have you with us.
It is.
So the way that this works is we're currently streaming on Facebook and also on Instagram. There are two social media live shoppable platforms. Okay, so within the comments section of those videos, underneath there, you will see lots of people saying good morning, hello, good afternoon, all of that sort of stuff. And in that section is where you can also type in your shop codes. Okay, now for every single item that we have for you out on this counter and all of our counters on our shows, all you need to do is type in the codes that's applicable to those products. So, Shop Starter will get you your heat press starter kit today, okay, and it will enter it into your basket. Now, what then automatically happens is if you shopped with us on social media, you'll receive a direct message, and in that direct message, it'll say, from Highlight Crafts, here's your reservation, and here is a link. Now, you can click on that link straight away, or you can wait till the end of the show, but we would strongly advise to click on it as soon as you get it, because that means you check out your order, okay, because when you click on that link, it'll redirect you straight on over to the Highlight Crafts website. Now, when you get to the website, you will see your basket filled up with all the items you shopped ahead for during the show, and then you can check out your order. You can also add to your basket as well at that point. It's not sealed off or closed. You can still add into it. But just before you do, there's something really important to mention, and that is that you need to make sure to log in to your Highlight Crafts account. Now, if you're thinking, well, I don't have one of those, can I still shop with you? Absolutely, you can do. You just need to create one. It's quick, free, easy, and simple to set up. When you've got an account, make sure you're logged into it before you check out, because if you spend £35 and over, which is easily done during this show, you're going to get free postage after your discounts. And then also as well, you're going to build up points along the way, and you get discounts with every single purchase.
Absolutely.
Every single purchase you get discounts with.
I know, I signed up the other day to something and they said, oh, you get 10% off your first order.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, what about all the other orders?
I know, I've
this
done that.
This is brilliant,
where it's
honestly.
like you might get half price delivery on your first order.
And what's great is the more you spend with us, the more you save. So
Exactly.
It's a tier system where you start at 5%, you spend X amount, you go up to 10%, you spend X amount, and it goes up like that. So it's absolutely brilliant.
Oh, it's
and
fab.
what you're also buying when you're shopping with us here at Highlight Crafts is the education the information, the inspiration, all of that. Any problems with anything, you can ring us up, we sort it out for you. Our customer service is superb. So it's a really good opportunity to invest in something like this. So even though it's £139.99, you're getting £16.99 worth of mugs.
You are indeed.
You're getting £12.99 for the paper, I think, isn't it?
I think it's either 12 or
14.
14.99.
Let's have a look. £15.99
So
for the
even more than
paper.
that, yeah.
So you take that price off, your club discount off, your loyalty points that are going to go back onto your account off, no postage. That is a great deal.
It's an amazing deal. And when you purchase and shop with us here at Highlight Crafts, just as Mel says, you've got then the reliability, the loyalty and the reassurance that we're always here for you to answer your calls, emails, questions, or anything that you have regarding the products that you have purchased during our shows or just off our website in general from Highlight Crafts, which is amazing. We're always here for you.
Absolutely. Jackie L says, I am really excited for this show as I had to go with sublimating a mug. It took me over an hour and it was not perfect at all. It was like watching paint dry.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for this machine. Thank you. You're very, very welcome. Very welcome. Right.
Absolutely. Now, these
shall we just go and show setting it up?
Shall we do it?
Because
okay.
You did this yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, we were having a play.
We needed some filming yesterday, so David did this. So this is your mug press. Is that
Is that something on?
Something's on.
Something's on.
Something's on. That's not on, so it's
No.
not that. I think it must be that then.
It's this.
That's it. Right, so
This is on.
what's the process, David?
Okay, so we've put this back to front so it's facing you, so imagine you're operating the machine yourself as well at the same time. Now, with your Sublimation Mug Press, it's an industrial model, okay, but for domestic use, and that's what we love about this. It's also clear and straightforward to the point. Nothing's hidden. You get to see all of the workings that goes on with this process. Now, at first appearance, you can see here you have your digital display screen. This is where you set your timer, your temperature, because of course some mugs and different surfaces will tolerate higher and lower temperatures.
Right.
So when you're working with the mugs supplied during this show, they work from 180 to 200 degrees within your mug press.
And these are prepared for print mugs.
They are,
You can't
indeed.
just go and buy a regular mug. It has to be a sublimation product. And the reason for that is sublimation needs a high polyester content. So when you add heat to it with the ink that comes from your printer, there's almost like a chemical reaction which turns it into a gas and bonds it to the surface.
Yes.
This isn't sat on top of the surface. You can put these through the dishwasher. It's not going to come off. But these, you can't just go and buy any box standard mugs off the shelf. They have to be prepared for sublimation print.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you saw just a mug like that on the shelf in the supermarket and think, oh, I'll get that and sublimate it, it probably won't do anything.
Absolutely,
okay?
yeah. Perfect.
So you're going to get the mugs to do the job. Now, you'll also instantly see the actual opening for the mug press itself. Now, the way that this works is that when you're pressing your designs, the handle always sits towards the top like this, okay? That's the opening. It doesn't actually, even after the full course of temperature process, the handle isn't that hot. It's warm, okay? But we suggest either wearing protective gloves like this.
Like a sublimation oven glove.
Like an oven glove, which is going to make it easier, or a utensil, because it's going to get very, very hot, okay? Now,
we have a little thing showing us sold out. We're looking to get more stock loaded. It might take 15 to 30 minutes, so bear with us. We'll demonstrate it. We'll go down the counter. We'll show you all the other things. Thanks, Lewis. Yeah, that was quick. Mind you, if Pauline P was buying hers at 5 o'clock this morning, well done. You see, shopping ahead, right?
That's how it works.
It's brilliant. Right, so.
Yeah, so that's where your mug sits.
It's just plug it in, right?
Just plug it in. There's one plug. That's it. There is one plug for this.
Brilliant.
And it's plugged into the back of the unit. If I just quickly rotate it round, there is your plug point. You want to always make sure the wire is trailing away from the machine so that any heat that's emitted from this is not coming into contact with that. It's all very self-contained though, but make sure it's on a level surface. So ideally, kitchen countertop, something like that you're going to be used to at, a height that works for you. Right. And obviously always operate this out of the reach of children.
Yes.
It's a hot heating element.
Yes.
You want to make sure that no children can get near it. Also as well, I would always say when you've used it, remind yourself that you've used it and put a note on it that says hot, because you don't know who's going to walk past.
Stock has just been loaded. So.
Oh, stock's been loaded. Off you go. Shop, 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 which
Shop,
is
shop,
brilliant.
shop.
Right, so shop starter is going to get you your sublimation machine, and we went for an industrial one because over time the ones that are kind of crafty, if you like, can crack because of the heat. So we thought, you know what, this industrial,
it's metal.
Absolutely, this is going to be absolutely fabulous and very, very long lasting, which we want, isn't it?
You can see the galvanized elements on it.
Yeah, you can. When we're investing in a piece of equipment like this, we want to know that we're getting the best quality we can get. So $139.99 today is going to get you this. It's going to get you 4 of the prepared for print mugs. It's also going to get you, is it 10 sheets? Can you just have a look, Lewis, how many sheets of the sublimation paper you get? I've done that many cards
40,
recently, I can't remember.
40
sheets.
You get 40, yeah.
So 40 sheets. Now, one sheet will do 2 mugs. So you can do 80 mugs with the paper that's coming in it. So you knock $16.99 off for your mugs. You knock $15.99 off for your paper. You then work out what your club discount is, knock that off, and then work out how many points you're going to get back, because that's what's giving you money back. Take that off. No shipping, job done.
Yeah,
right?
I love that.
Brilliant, that.
That's great.
It just comes, that price on your screen just gets lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. And I love that about us here at Highlight Crafts. And do you know why? Because we're crafters and we get it. And we put everything in that you're going to need, the mugs, the paper, the press, so that when you get it home, you just print it off, put it on. It's fabulous, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Right, so I've got it out, I've plugged it in. What's next?
Always make sure, of course, you can watch the shows back. You're going to get sent the instructions inside the box as well. It all comes packed for you perfectly within a styrofoam casing, so it's complete. It's very well looked after, this machine.
Absolutely.
The instructions are also very, very easy to follow. Now, for myself, I'm not so much an academic person. I'm a visual learner.
Me too.
I like a video. I like pictures. That's how I work. I'm a crafter. So inside here, it's all indicated with pictures as well. Real simple steps to follow. Also on the back, there is a run through from step 1 to 7 on how to actually follow the entire process. An instruction book that you open that's got 50 pages, I think, oh my goodness.
I know, right?
It's 1 page.
I know.
It's that easy, okay? This is super, super easy
really
crafting.
Is. Right, so next process.
So what we want to do first is, of course, get our sublimation printer printing our image, and we've printed images here, and of course within there you're going to get a download of our brands.
Oh, you are.
We've not even mentioned this, right?
You are going to get this download. Now, is this automatically added to their basket, Lewis?
Yes.
Perfect. So automatically added to your basket, because we thought, you know what, you watch us every day. How wonderful would it be to have one of your favourite brands, whether it's Academy, Two Red Robins, Club Highlight, or just Highlight Crafts, to be able to make your own mug?
I know, right?
And I thought, do you know what? I thought that was a really cool idea, so that's what we've done.
I've just
I think
realised,
that's brilliant.
though.
What have you done? Has you printed on the wrong side?
What do you think might be wrong about this? It's not flipped.
Oh, it's not.
We should be reading that backwards right now.
We should be reading that backwards right now. Yes, we
but
should.
we're going to
you
show
know
you
what?
anyway.
We're back at 12 o'clock.
We've got
so
loads
we'll show
to
you
show
all that
you.
at 12
Absolutely.
o'clock.
We're going to start with our designs as well. But what we need to
first
do
of all,
is you don't want to ever switch the machine on unless there's a mug inside it.
Right.
Okay, so you always want to get your mug prepared first.
Perfect.
So should we do that? Should we get our mug ready?
Yes.
Okay, so what we're going to do is use our heat resistant tape, which does of course come and you get it on the show. You can be able to purchase this one. Shall I set it? What do you want me to do? Shall I set this one up?
We'll cut the tape off
Yeah,
and I'll
let's
do
do
this
it.
bit. So we're going to go from one side like that.
We are.
And we've got a slight overhang. So
you want to go as close to the handle as possible.
in my craft studio, what we did was we brought on 2 portrait images, overlapped them very slightly in the middle, and then turned the whole thing landscape, didn't we?
Yeah, absolutely. So the reason why we've done that is when you're working with a mug here, if you've got a design that's portrait like this, and you want it to wrap around the entire mug, an A4 sheet will not cover that entire mug, okay? You'd get away with probably having about 1.5 inches of white space, but that was a little bit too much. So when you're working with it, as Mel says, make your designs landscape, because an A4 will more than wrap around an entire mug's width, okay? The entire perimeter of it.
Right, so when we've wrapped round, we're going to bend that back, aren't we?
Yes,
so
and
we've
fold
got a
it back
crease.
to the handle.
Going to make a crease.
So easy to do.
This is brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love this.
And then we're going to
it's
trim our
exciting.
tape.
A new toy to play with, people. New toy. Right, let me go in here and I'm just going to cut this off. Oh, I'm glad I've managed to get her face in, because that would have been a bit strange,
Yes,
wouldn't it?
absolutely. Then I'm going to trim this tape in half.
Oh, I need to cut a little bit more off that. Just a smidgen.
So you want to make sure that the entire mug is wrapped around with your sublimation paper. Now, with the particular type of press inside here, you don't need to put a Teflon sheet on the outer edge of it, okay? You're just going with the sublimation paper. And the reason for that is the heat press itself has a Teflon lining to it, okay? So it's not a metal iron surface.
Okay.
Because it has to be flexible.
So slight overhang at the top and the bottom. I'll tell you what I did. I did two on a landscape, on one of the pieces of paper, and they're about 10 centimetres.
You just trimmed it off?
I just trimmed it down to 10 centimetres because then I know that this is going to work perfectly. Right, next process is...
You slide it in from the side, okay?
Like we're sliding into your DMs.
That's the one.
One of them.
And you want to make sure you can see the press from either side, okay? So you want to make sure that that mug is sat centralised.
Yeah, look over there.
So if, absolutely. If it was popping out like that, it's going to miss it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you want to make sure it's definitely in there, the handle's facing up. Now you also have an adjustable thread here. That's because some mugs for sublimation are bigger, some are smaller. The ones we're showing with you now are perfect for this machine, but there is others out there of different sizes and it's adaptable for those too.
Brilliant.
Now this thread here will allow that actual collar to either be tighter or looser.
Yep.
So it's a little bit like anything else really that's got an adjustable clasp. Once it's in position, you lift the handle and push it over. Now, if you feel incredibly strong resistance there, it should be like you're changing gear in a car, okay? So it should just push in and it locks in.
Yeah,
if you're really pushing, if you're creating a lot of resistance there, it's too tight, just loosen the thread, make sure that handle's still facing up and just gently let it lock in like that.
Got that.
Your press is now ready to sublimate.
Right.
Okay.
What's the next thing? So I need to switch it on.
You do, but just before we switch this on...
I'm vegan, can you tell? I have to put my hands in my pockets or behind my back to stop me touching buttons. I've been like that since I was a kid.
Honestly, the way that this works, and the reason why we put the mug in first, is that the mug stays inside the unit whilst it heats up.
Yep. So
it comes to temperature. Visualise putting your Cadence products in the oven cool, letting it warm, and then the time starts when the thermostat reaches 180. Okay? That's how this works as well. So you're allowing it to if you put this in to a 180 degree press, it's too hot instantly for it and it will crack. It allows the mug to generate the temperature, it gets to the right temperature and then it fuses, okay? So it has that process. So as you said, Mel, the big red button on the side, on, okay? And I'm looking at it from this side here. So we go to OK, and when we press this here, we want it to P1. Is 200 degrees. P2 is going to go to 300 degrees, so it will go higher. Okay. So we press OK. Okay, so there we go, we've got that sorted. And then we're going to press...
So that went up to P2
Did
then?
it? Okay, sorry, because I'm looking at it from behind.
Sorry,
P1,
there you are.
Enter. Okay, and now what's going to happen is that's going to start reaching temperature. Okay. Also as well, you can set your timer on here and it has an alarm so it will let you know when it's done. Right. We're going to let this come to temperature and when it reaches 200 degrees, it will then start counting down automatically from 200 seconds. Now, on your instruction sheet, it shares with you how to change the seconds and it's so easy. You just use the up and down arrows after you've selected your heat setting. Okay. So you could have it on for 300 seconds, but never really 300 seconds is... You would never want to go over that.
You don't need
That's the limit, really.
It'll tell you itself.
Absolutely, and there's a green button on the side here, and that will activate the alarm.
Let's go back round here then while it's doing that, because it'll let us know when it's ready. We don't need to stand there for a couple of minutes waiting for it to hit temperature.
It'll just do its own thing now.
So let me just recap for you. You're going to get your mug press. You're going to get 4 sublimation mugs, and you're going to get 40 sheets of your sublimation paper in there as well. Right, so all of that, so you got your mug press, $16.99 worth of mugs, $15.99 worth of paper, then you get your discount, then you get your points back and no postage.
Yeah.
Really?
I know, it's crazy.
Right, so Sandra Pickering says, morning, sorry if this question has already been answered, but can you do different widths of mugs, bottles and with this mug press?
Yes, you can. So as I mentioned, with that thread here, if you're using that safe for sublimation, it has to still be within the width of this channel here. Yes. They don't advise to have anything hanging out from either side. So maybe you've got a large, tall drinks container. If you've got something overhanging either edge, what you're doing there is adding intense pressure to the center of that product and not the outer edges. Stuff like that, when that happens, can crack. It's like if you heat something in one area for too long, it expands and the rest of it won't. So if you're actually wanting to use different mugs in here, just make sure that they are the exact width, but they can be different thicknesses.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you see
so
what I
you
mean?
can adjust this bit,
Yes.
but not that bit.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely, that's it.
Right, Becky says, can you sublimate tumblers in this as well as mugs?
Tumblers, if the tumblers themselves, again, are the same length, the same width as this, yes, you can do. It's designed as a mug press, but of course, if you're working within the temperature parameters of that sublimation surface, yes. This is designed for ceramics, okay? So we're working with a mug press ceramic heat machine, okay, in here. We would advise using the mugs provided or identical sublimation surfaces like this, okay? We wouldn't ever suggest putting anything else in there that wouldn't tolerate those temperatures for a certain period of time.
And Nick is asking, can you add attachments for tumblers? So that's something that we'll have a look at.
Okay, yeah, we'll have a look
We'll
at
research that for you, Nikki, and have a look. We're quite new to sublimation here, aren't we? Which is great. Caroline's asking, are we still shipping to Northern Ireland? Lewis, do you know the answer to that question?
I believe so. I'll ask.
Can you ask in the group? We'll put it in our group chat and we'll get it answered, for you. Right, so while that's heating up, let's talk about these mugs because you can get 4 of these today. So that was your shop starter, getting you everything that you need to get started.
Yes.
The next one is your mugs, and I'll get Lewis to put the item number up on the screen, or the code up on the screen for you. Now you're going to get 4 of these for $16.99. Again, then you'll get your club discount off that. So it'll come under, you know, whatever discount you get, whatever tier you're in, you're going to get that knocked off. I love it when the price that's on the screen is less. I mean, look at these.
When you've done this,
you're going to want to do a lot. Yeah, you do.
And then again.
Yeah, you
because
do.
the second you take that mug out, you go, really?
Look how beautiful that is.
Just look at the resolution and crisp quality, and you still get that wonderful gloss on top of the mug as well.
Because it's bonded, hasn't it?
It's like it's sunk into the glaze.
It is. This is not going to wash off.
Dishwasher safe, fully washable, all of that, scratch resistant, you name it.
Isn't that exciting? I think it's brilliant. So if you want those shop mug, you get 4 of them for $16.99. Right, David, sublimation paper. It's important that you use in the sublimation paper, isn't it?
It is. Now you're going to get 40 sheets inside here. This is shop paper for you. It's at a great price. 40 sheets for $15.99 is unbelievable. Now, when you're loading this into your Brother sublimation printer, you do it so that the writing is facing upwards. So when you open that drawer at the bottom, you'll see the writing towards the top. Now, the way that, our machine started counting down for us.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, is that it?
Oh wait, no, it's almost there.
Are we there?
With us. Sorry, I'm just keeping an eye on it.
Let's go and have a look.
We're
let's go and have a look. Come round
It's just
here,
about to reach temperature, look. So it's just about to reach 200 degrees.
Oh, it is, yeah.
There we are.
Right, so now you press the green button.
Press that. There we go.
You've got the magic touch, haven't you?
Press the button. I think that's to stop it and then start it.
Oh, got it.
There we go.
Right.
And
so now it's counting down 200 seconds.
Yeah, so what's happening now is it's the timer. That whole process, it reached 200 degrees. So the mug has generated that heat slowly with it. Now it's going to count down. And when it's done, it'll beep with us and we turn the machine off.
That's really exciting, isn't it?
And then with the sublimation press, the mug press, in the instructions it suggests as well to slowly lower your mug into cool water. Now what we would suggest doing is allow your mug to cool for 10 minutes and lower it into tepid water. Okay, not ice cold because you don't want to shock it, but that will cool your project quicker. Alternatively, if you have the time to wait, give it half an hour at least, and then it will just be warm.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we left mine yesterday, didn't we? And as I came out, and we just left it for about an hour before we took the tape off. But the handle gets warm, but not hot.
Yeah, the handle doesn't get as hot as the rest of it, but we would always suggest never touch any of this now.
No.
Of course, the outer framework is going to get warm, but it doesn't get hot. But there's a caution sign there as well that says there is a lot of heat going on here. You're talking at twice the heat of boiling water.
Yes.
So it's hotter than you cook your roast chicken at.
Wow, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
how
hot.
fabulous is it?
You wouldn't take a bacon tray out of the oven without a glove.
No, and there is a slight aroma, so don't panic if you smell that, because it's
normal.
Heat. Yeah, and it's creating that chemical reaction now that is bonding that artwork on that sublimation printer to that prepared for print. I struggle to say that. Prepared for print.
It's a bit of a
mug.
tongue twister.
It is a bit, yeah.
But also as well, when you use yours for the first 2 or 3 times, you will get it's very faint, a little bit of steam coming off here or smoke. Okay, that's factory. That's just as it works. It's like when you have a new toaster and you switch it on and you go, oh, it smells a bit funny. Yeah. That's normal.
Or a heater hasn't been on for a while.
Exactly. When you turn your heating on in October and you're like, oh, I can smell dust.
I know, right?
I love
That's
that.
what it is. I do that.
Yeah,
it's like, winter's
like,
on its way.
It's cozy.
I know.
Get the jumpers out.
Right, so
we're almost there.
We are almost there, shall we wait? Well, this is just magic, isn't it? Imagine. Now, if you make and sell This is a business in a box.
Well, we've said that a few times, but this really is. This really is.
And it's just a brilliant opportunity. If you're somebody that, you know, stays at home, can't go out to work for whatever reason, you could absolutely set yourself up a little shop online, couldn't you? And sell these mugs. And then you could sell the mug with the oven glove and the waffle tea towels, all in a presentation box. People could send you their artwork.
Well, look at this. Print your design. So this is our lovely producer and director, Andrew.
Andrew, when he left Create and Craft.
Absolutely. So sublimated friends and family on
That's
here.
Brilliant,
all having
it?
Fun together. Wedding photos, all sorts. This is what you would order one of these online that somebody else has made and probably pay more than the price of 4 of these blanks on their own. And that's where you go, actually, do you know what? I'm doing it for fun. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for my friends and family. And because it's an incredible craft.
It really is, and it's just, you know, a pleasure to be able to bring you something like this.
Oh, I love it.
And well, you can design. So we've been bringing you loads of things from Minecraft Studio. You've got a new launch today.
Yes, 11
building
o'clock.
that digital library. Now that digital library can be on your mugs. How cool is that? Right, it's finished.
Absolutely.
Switch it off.
So stop the
that.
alarm and turn it off. There we go. Then what you want to do now is
feel like I'm
pull
back
your
in the
handle
pub
back.
pulling a
I
pint
know,
on
yeah,
a
this is
Friday
it.
night, right? Oh, I used to love doing that.
So you release
Look
it,
at that.
and then you see you got a little
Ooh,
bit
there
of
is
steam.
Steam coming off. Right, now then, take it out.
Well, what I would do is, if you
Leave
want
it.
to, we'll leave it cool for a few minutes.
Right.
We could quickly finish on the paper
Yes.
and a few other bits, and then come back to take it out, because at the moment that is 200 degrees.
Fine, let's do
Okay?
that. Look at me, eager beaver. No holding me back.
Honestly, and that's what we're doing it because that's what we're suggesting to do. We would absolutely advise to wait. That will cool down. This room is quite cool, but that will cool down in around 30 to 40 minutes at back to room temperature. It's ceramic. Imagine ceramics when they're fired in a kiln. They go to 1,000 degrees. That's like the sun. So okay, just be very cautious.
Okay, so we have a question. Can you only use it on ceramic?
Well, this particular
It's
mug
a mug
press,
press, isn't it?
It's a mug press designed for ceramics. We wouldn't suggest otherwise, as we're sharing it with you as well. As we've been advised, it is designed for ceramic mugs for sublimation surfaces only. So, if I'm quite honest, until further processes are followed, we wouldn't suggest adding anything else in there.
No, I would say if you're buying the mugs, the sublimation mugs for a mug press, you're probably on the right track. If you're buying something else that isn't necessarily for that, then it might be a bit of a...
We wouldn't suggest putting anything else other in there. Purely, if it's a sublimation mug, you're fine, as long as it's the right size, because that's what the machine's designed to do.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right job, right tool for the right job.
Yeah.
Right, so you want your mug, shop mug, you're going to get 4 of those for $16.99. Your paper, you're going to get 40 sheets. Now, stock up on that paper, because once you start, you don't want to stop. And this weekend, you could be designing all your artwork for your mugs, waiting for your mug press to arrive, so that when it does arrive, you're on it. Because that's what you want to do, isn't it? You want to get it out and you want to make a mug and get that wow factor. And it is a wow factor.
Yeah.
Even when we first did it with a dry iron or the heat press on a mouse mat, that blew me away. This is just fabulous.
Well, when I saw it yesterday, I just thought, this is what I've always wanted to do.
More often than not, for Father's Day and Christmas, Mick will get a new grandad mug.
Yeah.
Now, I could sit in my craft room with Jack and Alice, my grandchildren. We could design a mug for him on Minecraft Studio, and it would be personalised with their faces on it. I mean, how exciting is that? Think about Christmas coming up. You know, when you've been friends with somebody, you've got family, and you're getting a little bit older, you're like, what do I buy somebody that's got everything?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what to buy people. This is going to be brilliant.
Oh,
if you're going to a
definitely.
wedding, you know, take a photograph of the bride and groom, put it onto the mug, send them their gift, so that they've got memories every time they make a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. I think it's a lovely, lovely thing to do. And personalisation is huge, and it's going to get even bigger next year. So while we've got it, get it in your basket, get it checked out, and honestly, it's that moment, isn't it, before you before you press checkout, where you're going, should I, shouldn't I? And as soon as you've done it, you're like, yes, it's on its way. I know. And our warehouse team are amazing, so we'll get it shipped out to you as soon as possible. We did have a question on here about our external suppliers. So Debbie Moore, for example, the orders will be shipped from them, not from us.
Yes.
So any questions about that, please contact them directly. Right, now then, this is a lovely thing, isn't it?
Yeah, this is great.
I love this.
This is a Sublimation Light, okay? Now what you get inside here is an acrylic block. It has a peel-off protective sheet on both sides, and this has what you call a pass-through sublimation prepared for print surface, which I know is a mouthful.
It is. Say that again.
A pass-through prepared for print sublimation surface.
Pass-through prepared for print sublimation. Right, I've got it.
So basically what that means is on the actual, when you peel off the protective sides, one side will be white, okay,
Yes.
and that's your pass-through, okay. So when you actually sublimate onto the back of here, the image doesn't appear on the surface; it passes through,
Right.
and you visualize and see it through the acrylic.
First time I did a glass coaster, right? Never done sublimation before. Went on a glass coaster because the thing is, when you print on a sublimation printer like this for example, it looks really wishy-washy, I think is the best way to describe it. But it's the chemical reaction that brings out the colour. That's the thing. So when I did my first glass coaster, I went like that on the white side, looked at it and went, oh.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
and then I turned it over and went, wow.
It's that reveal.
It is that reveal.
You
it's
never
like
get
a stencil,
tired of that.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a stencil. You think, oh,
Take
what a
that
mess,
back.
and
Yeah.
take it away.
Amazing.
You get the wooden block with the LED strip actually built into that router channel there, and it is USB powered as well, which means you could have it on your desk next to your computer, or you could also just power it from a power bank if you wanted.
Absolutely.
That just slots inside here. I think it's great. It could have anything on here. Family photos. That's one of the most put together gifts that we've ever done. I think
so.
it's a great shout.
You know, if your family, you take all the photos of the kids, or you've been out for a day with them, like, you know, when I took Alice to Alton Towers,
Yes.
you know, that kind of thing. You could absolutely
how
just
much
build
money do
your
you
own
pay
design.
for a printed photo there?
I know.
Put it on a lamp.
And then put it onto here. A nice nightlight as well for a baby's room as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, if you want that one, it's shot photo $24.99. Now this is brilliant. I love this.
Yeah.
This is your oven glove. So on this side, that's that high polyester content that we've been talking about. That's what you need to be able to, for the heat, to transfer that ink with a chemical process that bonds it to the surface. So this is different to your transfer paper that we brought you the other week. This is actually going to go into the fibres of this glove. So it's not going to rub off. You can put it through the washing machine, it's not going to wash off. It is then part of the fabric. It's almost like you've taken that print, put it on here, and then made an oven glove out of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? And it's brilliant, that. I love that. I love that it's nice and soft on the other side. But your hands are obviously a lot bigger than my hands. Perfect.
Perfect. And the Christmas designs we've got launching on Monday on here, that Father Christmas.
Imagine that set of Christmas mugs with Christmas tea towels.
We've got hot chocolate
Christmas
designs.
oven gloves.
Oh, we've got Christmas hot chocolate papers as well. They're coming on Monday. Yeah. There's Christmas scenes with all the hot chocolates with marshmallows flowing over on it. And enough of that because it's all to come.
I know, Monday. Right, Jackie Britton, how long do you have to let the machine cool down before doing another mug, please? So after half an hour, if I take that out, or a few minutes, I take it out.
Yeah,
leave it
absolutely.
On the side.
Yeah.
Can I go straight back in?
I would give it around about 10-15 minutes.
Okay,
to
cool
just let it cool. It'll probably go down to around about 70 degrees in that time, something like that. But when we did one yesterday, basically I filmed a little segment for it so that you could all see it on social media. I think we used it again about half an hour later.
Yeah, because it needs to cool down. You've got to put your mug press in when your mug in when it's cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
if it was far too hot, you're instantly immersing that mug into a full surrounded temperature too quickly.
Yeah. So it needs to build up the heat, start to bond, and then it continues that process in the 200-second down.
Should we have a look at it?
Countdown. Yeah,
I'm a bit eager now myself.
No, I am. Honestly,
right,
I
okay.
like.
Should you want me to put a glove on too? Are we good?
Right.
We all right? Okay.
Yeah. Right, so we slide this out.
Slide this out, okay, and just sit it on a mat like this, okay, and you'll probably you can still feel the heat coming out of here. I'm just going to touch the handle. It's hot, but it's not too hot. Oh, it's okay.
Just want to show you.
Absolutely.
That's the thing, isn't it?
So we're going to peel our tape back.
I would leave this to cool down till it's cool. I don't want anybody. I mean, we're all grown-ups, so we can take responsibility, can't we? Look at this, David.
So what I'm going to do...
Ooh, look at that!
And then if you want to pick it up with your gloves... There we are, we've taken our tape off.
Look at that.
Oh my word!
How beautiful is
Mel.
that?
Oh, it's
Look
stunning.
at that.
Look at the paper. The image is completely transferred.
Oh, I love this. Oh.
Look at the glazing on it. Now, at this point, at this temperature that it's at the moment, it's probably going to be around about 80 degrees.
Yes.
Now you can submerge this into warm water at about 20 to 25 degrees. Just do tepid water, a bit hot and cold in the basin, and very slowly lower it into it, and then it will cool it down within about 2 minutes, and then you can literally pick it up and make a cup of tea.
I love that.
I know. It's just, what I would suggest doing as well, before you actually drink from this, just give it a wash.
Right.
Okay, to remove any residue of any dust that's created on there. And then you're good to go. You've got a gift, you've got a mug.
Right. So do you want to carry on going down the counter, and I'll set up to do something with the heat press as well? Shall we? We'll do a tea towel to match.
Okay, so we got to, where did we get to? We got to our light. Okay, now I'm going to share with you these. Now these are brilliant. These are your sunshades for the car. Now inside here you're going to get 4 sunshades in total. These are great. They're of course highly polyester and they're prepared for print. You get 4 suction cups. You only need 2 per one. And with these, they unfold very easily, just like that. And then you've got 2 sunshades for the car windows. Now, if you're taking the grandkids out for the weekend, maybe you've got them this weekend, or maybe over the summer holidays when it's going to be bright and sunny every day, and you've got the seaside trips coming up, these are going to be great to go in the back of the window, and you can sublimate photographs, anything on there that's going to keep them entertained, whilst also keeping the shade out of the window as well. Well, shade in the window, should I say. But those are going to come to you for just £12.99. You use these with your flat iron heat press, not your mug press, of course, and we're going to show you how to use that a little bit later on during the show. So that one is Shop Shade for you. Snowy says that mug's fab.
Isn't it,
fab,
Snowy?
Absolutely. Lauren says those mugs look stunning, just love them. Gorgeous mug, guys. Thank you. It is. You can do the same.
You can do it absolutely. You can do it at home. That's the joy, isn't it? I think I'm going to ask Mick to buy me one of these for my birthday. So when he says to me on my birthday, "What would you like for your birthday?" like he says to me on Christmas Day, "What would you like for Christmas?"
Well, this year,
I know now what I'm going to say.
I've got a birthday.
Yes, you have. You've got a 30th birthday.
And I keep saying to Luke, I might have this. So this could be it.
This could be it, David.
Could be it. Maybe the printer to go with it.
Oh, you're pushing it there, but it is your 30th.
I'm pushing it. So I'll go halves with him.
Yeah.
So we've got our jigsaws here. These are our 2 heart shapes. This is Shop Heart. It's £9.99. They are a jigsaw puzzle. Okay, they're not a puzzle of a picture of snow. They literally are pure sublimation surface, which means you can print any occasional photograph, any of your favorite designs straight onto here. Maybe you've got a craft stand and you're going to have these displayed out, and then whoever's walking towards you says, "Oh, could you sublimate with this?" And they email you the picture there, and then you print it off and you sublimate it for them. That's how you can then create that fabulous process of making and selling. But it's £9.99 for the both of them, so they're less than a £5 each. Okay, Shop Heart to get hold of those. We're then going to go to the larger jigsaws for you. These are your full, almost placemat size ones, and they've got a wonderful glistening to them. So almost like they've got a frosted glitter over the top, which means through that sublimation print, you're also going to get that wonderful reveal. It's Shop Puzzle for the both of those. You're going to get 2 in total, £12.99. Now, where it all started with something fundamental, something that every household has, a mouse mat, okay? Whether you're using it for work, whether it's for your Minecraft Studio creations, we have one all by our desks. We've seen you even buying these and popping them out onto dining tables and coffee tables as display mats as well, because they are wonderful. Now, you're going to get 3 in the bundle. They're a polyester surface, so they're prepared for print as well. But for 3 of them, it's just £17.99 for 3 sublimation mouse mats. We do also have for you the waffle tea towels, which I think Mel is going to be using in a minute.
Yeah.
Now with your waffle towels, it's Shop Towel. They're £17.99. The reason why they're called waffle towels, and we'll go over to Mel in a moment, but you can see the size of them. They have got that waffle gridded texture to them. Now the beauty of these as well is the actual sublimation goes into the fibre, okay? It doesn't sit on the surface, it literally bonds to it. And these are fully washable as well. They are polyester, but expect quality, expect fabulous results with all of these. Mel, how do you feel? Do you want me to come over? Do you want me to quickly just show the heat press?
Yes,
and then
please.
We'll come over. So, our heat press we have here for you. This is $49.99 for your heat press. It has 3 heat settings on here as well. So you press it 1 time to increase the temperature, twice to decrease the temperature, and 3 to change the unit of temperature, so whether it's degrees or Fahrenheit. You also get the heat protective mat, but it sits in. It has a removable silicone inner inside there as well, so if you ever need to clean it, you can do. But it all sits nice and snug in there. It comes with the power cord as well, of course. So it's corded here and the cord is removable. And you also get this wonderful suede bag, drawstring bag to keep it in too. So all of your sublimation products have an element of luxury to them, I think.
I like this little heat press. Do you know what? It's quick and simple, isn't it? You know, you just take it out, use it, pop it away. It's brilliant. Yeah. And anything that makes life easier, because we craft for fun, don't we? We don't craft to get stressed out about stuff. So yeah, that. And it's just brilliant, and it will turn itself off as well. So you've got all the little instructions are on. You do get an instruction booklet in there, and you can also use this with your heat transfer vinyl as well, which is good. So what I did yesterday was Fluttering Through Lace was one of the downloads that we launched this week, which was absolutely beautiful. If you've missed out on that, please check it out on the website because it's stunning. And this was one of the images. So I've just taken it into my craft studio. I shrunk it down and then I softened the edges with the rectangle slider. And I ended up, I think I got 4 on an A4 sheet.
Yeah.
So all I'm going to do now is turn this over. This is a tea towel that is prepared for print, okay? It has to be prepared for print product, okay? You can't just go and pick up a tea towel because it has to have a very high polyester content because that's what creates that chemical reaction and bonds it to the surface.
I think I'm gonna have to do some of these today with those Christmas designs for Monday.
Oh yes.
That big Father Christmas face in the middle, because what I was thinking, okay, is getting the Minecraft Studio, cropping the image in half and blowing it up, printing 2 halves of it and making a full A3 sublimation design.
Imagine that. Imagine that on the doormat that we had. We need to try and get some more of those, a Christmas doormat. Oh, right. So I've taped it down and I like to put tape on all 4 sides. This is a one-use tape. So once you've used it, it goes in the bin. Then you're going to need something like a Teflon sheet as well. And then I'm going to take my heat press and you press. Okay, so you put it onto the top and press down firmly. You don't need to be like putting all your weight on it. You don't need to stand on a step ladder so you can really get all your weight behind it. But you need to press it. Don't just iron it, press it. Give that heat time to react with that ink to create that chemical process that then bonds it to the fabric. Also, by taping it on all 4 sides, you can peel the corners back and make sure you've got all the areas. So I'm going to go in the middle now, and then I'll do the bottom, and then I'll turn it round 90 degrees, so clockwise, so that it's like that, and then I'll go over it again. But
Amazing.
It's what's, please, because this was the thing for me, because I'd never done sublimation before. And I went into our studio and I thought, right, I want to set the printer up and then I want to see what it's like. And when the printer printed the paper off, I was like, oh, I don't like that.
It's very faint.
That's really faint. It's like it's dulled down. What am I doing wrong? So I then thought, well, you know what, I'm going to try it because as a demonstrator, I always like to try everything because if something goes wrong, we can tell you what not to do. It's not, we don't mask it all over. We show you the good and we show you the what to do and what not to do.
Absolutely.
Because then when you get it home, you can then, you know how to use it properly. But I was proper disappointed when it printed off. But then when I actually put it onto a tea towel or a mouse mat, it was like, wow.
It's crazy.
Honestly, it blows my mind, and it's so clever, but it's so easy to do. That's the thing. It's super, super, super easy to do. Yeah. There's no real learning process with this, apart from obviously putting the heat in, letting it heat up from cool, etc., etc. But it's not like a 12-month journey that you need to go on to learn how to do it. That's not what this is. This is super easy, guys, and you can do it in the comfort of your own home. We also have a dry iron on the show as well. Now, the dry iron is brilliant, I think, because first of all, if it's a steam iron that you can turn the steam off, you've still got all the holes underneath. You need a flat surface to be able to bond a bigger picture to it. This is a dry iron, no steam, just a dry iron. So if you look at the base plate on that, it's completely flat right the way across. That's what you want, okay? So even with the dry iron, you can use it with your sublimation.
Absolutely.
If you're thinking, I want to try it, then absolutely you can do that. And for a bigger area, something like a mouse mat, that is going to be brilliant. If you're happy to take your time with this, like I am, brilliant, great. You can use the little mini press.
Definitely.
But the dry iron is also a good one to think about. So if I just start to peel it back now, you can see that colour. Right, I'm going to go back. Yeah, it's coming through. It's coming through nicely. Look.
It looks great.
It does look great.
Mel Rosemary.
No, I'm going to go one more time. I have to dot the I's and cross the T's just in case.
Just
right?
check.
Just in case.
Rosemary Carter, good morning to you,
Morning,
Rosemary. It says, hello, Mel and David, I like it. Should I buy it?
Absolutely.
I mean, really?
Well, listen.
Is that a question?
I can spend your money all day, every day. Can I just say that? But this is your choice.
Yeah, we live through you.
Yeah, we do. Do you want to be able to make personalised mugs for your friends and family with matching tea towels and all of that kind of thing? Then absolutely, Sublimation is for you. Yeah, this is it's not as much as a considered purchase as something like a scan and cut. But I think that, do you know what I love that we've done? And Stephanie has been working with Sublimation for a long time. And it first came into her world when she was doing some designs for Speedo. And they wanted to sublimate onto it. So she learned all about that process. And for Stephanie to say, right, I've bought an industrial one, means she's done it for a reason.
Yeah.
And she said sometimes the plastic coating that's on, or the plastic that's around, let's say a crafty one that's made for craft, can crack over time. That's why she went for an industrial one. So I would, if Stephanie said that, there's a reason. Okay, there's a reason why she's done it, and I think you'll love it. But I can't. That's your choice.
That is your choice. All I'm going to say is you won't be disappointed.
I'm going to get one.
Yeah, you will not be disappointed.
No, you won't. This is fabulous. Right, now then, maybe this might help you make your mind up as well. So let's peel this back. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Now then, look how beautiful. Let me turn it round so that you can see it. This is on a waffle tea towel. That depth, that texture, and it's still, now I'm going to talk to you about this. I've got a piece of cloth. Inside this cloth is a solid surface, so your glass mat. Put that inside, so you're pressing onto a hard surface. Yeah. But look how beautiful that is.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Look
at that.
Look at how the fibres.
And it's in the fibres. Look, so if I pull this back here, you can see it's inside those fibres. It's bonded. That is not washing off, okay? Look at that. Look at that little poppy there. You can see it's white underneath, but it's bonded to those fibres and that texture. Fully washable. Isn't that just brilliant?
Yeah.
And buying prepared for print products, which we bring you here at Highlight Crafts, is important.
Yeah.
You have to buy the right product to work with the sublimation process. I didn't know anything about sublimation.
No,
really.
It was something I always wanted to, and we've had design team members since we started here.
Yeah, Jonathan.
And Jonathan, he was incredible.
Amazing.
And he would always bring in, we'd always, of course, share the rice paper, USBs, etc. And he'd send the mugs in and the cushion covers, and I was like, oh my goodness, how is he doing this?
I know, right?
I need to try it, and finally we've been in a position where we're able to share it with you. So it's been an amazing journey, and we are loving every second of this. Just to give you a quick recap of the details of that mug
let's
press.
go down and have another look at this.
This is all brand new launching today here at Highlight Crafts. You've been shopping ahead for it this evening, so much so that during the show we managed to evenly sort out more stock for you, okay? It's been that busy. So thank you so much for all of your participation. It is much appreciated. We absolutely love having you here with us. Also as well, didn't mention that inside the instructions leaflet, you are going to get 2 additional fuses for your plug as well. They come with there just as an additional, there you go. Yep. Sometimes you get them with lamps and other electronic devices, but you do get those in there. So if you're wondering what they are fuses for your plug. Okay?
Brilliant.
And it's got a heat element inside here, which will of course reach up to 300 degrees. This for you though is all your questions answered in terms of pressing onto ceramic mugs. You get the mugs, you get the paper, you get the heat press, all together today for $139.99, which is unbelievable.
Yes, because so you're paying $139.99. Then you've got $16.99's worth of mugs.
You do.
You've got $15.99's worth of, so you've got another £33 off, right? Because you're getting this included in the deal. Then you're going to get your discount, depending on which tier you're in. And then you're going to get points back on your account in a couple of weeks' time. And there's no postage because it's over £35. So we're bringing, every time we say something like that, take off the price of the mugs, take off the paper, take off your discount, to put your loyalty points, the value of your loyalty points back. I mean, we're just giving you more and more and more and more discounts. Julie, bless you, Julie Waller, watching while having chemo. I feel
Oh,
you.
bless you.
I think I'll have to treat myself. I deserve it. Yes, you do.
You absolutely do.
Absolutely,
I've
you
started
do.
saying that to myself now. So I'm like, yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
I am too.
I'm going to do
I'm
it.
like, right, you know what?
Yeah.
Next time they ask me on my birthday what I want, I'm going to go, well, actually,
Yeah.
I'd like one of these, because I think it's a lovely idea. You know what? You can go out, you can buy a mug, etc., etc. But the most precious thing you can give somebody is your time.
Yeah.
And to personalise it and have put that thought into it means so much more to the recipient. If you make and sell any artwork that comes out from us here at Highlight Crafts, if we design it yourself, if Max designs it, absolutely you can go out and make and sell with it. If we buy artwork, so we use licensed artwork, we also always buy the correct commercial license so that we can sell it to you, but more importantly, you can sell it on. So anything, you've just seen me use the one from this week that we've done, Fluttering Through Lace. All of that digital library that we've been building with you, you can now do. And I think if you printed on sublimation paper, if you wanted one for, say, David, you could then scan that into your scan and cut, cut the letters out, and then put your name on out of that print. So once you've got something like this, it just snowballs and snowballs and snowballs. Think about all those pictures of your pets, your grandchildren, your children, your holidays, just beautiful artwork that you love. Like my dad was a brilliant artist. I could have taken a picture of his artwork, sent it to the printer, printed it off and put it on a mug.
And then gift and said,
I mean, that's priceless.
It is. And what do you use every single day? What do you wake up to do the first thing? Make a cup of tea, make a coffee. This means that these projects are purposeful, they're creative, they're meaningful, they're functional, and they're everyday, and they're cost effective.
Absolutely.
You're having an item in your home that you use. First thing I do when I get here in the morning, I make a coffee in your mug.
Absolutely. Lorraine says, I love sublimation, my crafty friends, and I sublimated mugs and keyrings with Highland cows on them for you guys at Highlight Crafts last year at Doncaster as a thank you. Yes, you did, Lorraine. And you know what? They're in our cupboard and we use them all the time. Thank you very much for that. It's brilliant. Absolutely. Janet says, I'm good at that, Mel, spending money, I know. I buy almost every day like many others here. Fast running out of room. My friends ask me, am I going to ask to rent another flat where I live? Well, why not?
There you go.
We had one lady the other day said she had 6 crafty sheds.
6 crafty sheds?
6 crafty sheds. I know. How exciting is that? Listen, my philosophy in life is you can't take it with you.
Exactly.
Right? So, if you want this today, on this deal that we're bringing you, where we've included the 4 mugs, we've included the paper, you just add your artwork and your printer and you're off to go. Super, super easy to do. There's only 2 buttons. So the whole thing is you plug it in, you get your mug ready. First of all, you slide it in with the handle facing at the top. Make sure it's within that container, if you like, so it's not sticking out one end or the other, it's nice and central. Switch it on. To get it up to temperature, so the first time you get it up to temperature, you have to press it, don't you, till it gets up to 200 degrees. Yeah,
you set your seconds, so you'll use your arrows to keep pressing until you get to either 200 seconds or whatever seconds it is. The mugs that we're showing with you is 200 seconds at 180 to 200 degrees.
Perfect.
P1 is 200, P2 is the setting for 300. You only need P1 for sublimating on these particular mugs.
Okay,
and you're good to go. And then 200 seconds is all it takes.
And then it has a memory.
Yeah, so you don't have to reset it every time.
No, that's the thing for me.
Yeah. Stop your alarm.
Absolutely.
And start it.
Brilliant.
Honestly, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buttons. 6 buttons on a machine. That's it.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, 6 buttons. You press them all once.
I know. I love this. I think it's fabulous. And we went for a really good industry standard, industrial heat press for you, because we don't want anybody being disappointed with the results. This, I think, is absolutely fabulous. I can imagine this in you've got a shed in the bottom of your garden. Yeah,
absolutely. I can imagine it in the shed.
Your granddad would love this, wouldn't he?
Sitting there, pressing mugs, creating all the designs for the family. Christmas morning, everyone's got their own.
Oh, how lovely.
You can see it.
You could make a mug for Santa.
Santa mug.
Santa mug. Question, do you need a sublimation printer? Yes, so you need a sublimation printer if you want to print off the designs that you want, or we sold papers that were already pre-sublimated last week, so check those out online. The printer is going to be coming back into stock, so don't worry about that. I know there's a few of you waiting for it. We're on it. It's just taken a little while to get the stock from one place to the next, to the next, to the next, to us.
Yeah,
but as soon as it's back in, we'll let you know. Right, David, That's been brilliant. Well, shall we do it all again at 12 o'clock?
Yeah, go on then.
Oh, I'm so
I
excited.
reckon so. I know, we've got lots to come today. We've got loads coming for you.
It is brilliant, isn't it?
It's an exciting day. But
I think Amanda's up next with shaker cards.
Shaker cards, absolutely.
But Amanda being Amanda and being incredibly creative is doing something different with the shakers as well, which is very exciting. You've then got a brand new launch of Micro Studio.
Brand new MCS launching at 11 o'clock. It is gorgeous.
It is.
It's not the archive, it's brand new.
And you and I are back at 12 with this, and then I'm with you at 1 o'clock. Diane's been bringing a new artwork with existing dies. Check that out. Beautiful. I'm going to go and prep that now for you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. Make sure you stay tuned with us here at Highlight Crafts and Live Shopping. Amanda is your guest for the next hour. And qualified nail technician, don't you know?
Yeah.
I know. We'll see you. We'll see you in a bit. Bye.